Good. Hello. Good day. General Hospital Daily Recap fans, GH fans around the world. I am here to do the recap for Friday, June the 24th. Cliffhanger Friday, kind of at the end, maybe. We'll talk about that. It was kind of predictable to me. First and foremost, I want to let you all know allergy season is horrible. I'm stuffed up, nose is a little stuffy, ready sometimes. So, just forgive my voice or if I may sniffle a little bit. But anyway, let's dive right into the episode. Okay, kind of a lot of chit chatting going on. We had Brad trying to make amends with Britt. And by the way, did you notice, like I noticed, Britts face was a little extra sweaty, a little extra shiny, clammy. I'm like, okay, is she about to pass out? Is she gonna rip off her jacket? Because she looked hot. That like something is definitely wrong and you should be able to see it. So if you notice that, like I noticed that, put a comment in, on this video, because that seemed a little odd to me. Not just quick, they forgot to touch her up with makeup. It wasn't that. I think they were intentionally making us see some days she has bad days, and that's just the truth. If she has, the disease she has. So anyway, and then we had Dante talking to Cody. I know I've got some of you out there like Cody. I don't like him. Still don't like him. And Dante just proceeded to spill his guts about Britt to him. But you know what? If someone did to you what she did to he and Lulu all those years ago, I kind of would tell everybody I know too. Yeah, she stole our embryo, tried to pass it off as her own, and to this day, if it wouldn't have been found out, she still would be saying that's her son, and we still wouldn't have a child. So, understandably so that he would tell Cody. But what I don't understand is Cody's now true interest. Once Cody found out that Britt's father was Cesar Faison, he became very, very interested, like he had some dealings with him or something is up with that. Cody was all ready to leave town until he found that out. So I think they're going to have some storyline going on with that, because why is that your point of interest? And he ended up having Dante taking him to General Hospital because guess who he wanted to run into? Britt. So he gets Britt, who is an OBGYN, but yes, she is co-CEO of General Hospital, but okay, she's just checking out patients, any patients in the ER. So she looked at him, and his line of questioning to her was, to me, way too familiar, way too out of line. How does he now ask me about my father? That is incredible to me. And you could tell Britt took offense to that, which is why she cut the whole examination short. She let him know, look, you're well enough to get your behind on a bus. Okay. Because, for what, she doesn't like him. She may or may not be attracted to him. But now with this line of questioning, I don't know. I don't trust that at all. So now let's jump to today was the day of the shareholders meeting, and we found out some interesting news where Carli is concerned. Carli decided, she pretended she just had this money to invest in stock for Aurora lying around. I mean, it was her money in her bank account, but she actually sold her share of her hotel. Who would do that? I don't get it. And she sold it to some company that, of course, we've never heard of because it's not a major player in Port Charles that we needed to know about. but she has a 30-day clause that she could buy it back in 30 days for this set amount of money, which she feels she's gonna make back hand over fist because Aurora stock is going through the roof. But wouldn't it be a strange twist of fate if it's actually Nina that owned that company? Wouldn't that be interesting? Because let's not forget, Nina is worth billions. I don't know about billions, but millions and millions. She's worth millions of money, which really in reality, Nina could have bought out Crimson, the magazine, all on her own. She did not need to have it be a subsidiary of Aurora. She didn't need that. She could have wrote a check and bought that magazine. She just never did. So that's interesting because I can tell you the player behind that company buying that part of the hotel, let's hope it's not Victor Cassadine. Oh my goodness, because that's going to be a nightmare. Let's hope it's not the undercurrent in criminal organizations that's secretly coming after Sunny and Wu. Let's hope. See, that company is going to come back to bite her in the behind big time, because with what happened at the end of the show, and I'm going to get to that in just a little bit later. Martin is talking to Valentine and letting them know, look, you look a little comfy before this stockholders meeting. And, you know, really Valentine was doing that for show. He was at the top of the Metro Court, lounging by the pool, but fully dressed, okay? Suit shirt, suit pants, okay, suit, his dress shoes, but he's lounging on a chair for show. So he before I get to the stockholders meeting, let's talk a little bit about Chase and Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to be the end of Chase, period. If he ever wants to be a cop again, ever in life, he can't be with Brooklyn. She gets herself in way too much trouble. She definitely crosses the legal line constantly because there is no legal line for Brooklyn. You know, she's ready to run down now and lie and recant her statement to try to get Chase out of trouble. And fortunately, he talked her into telling him what her plan was. And then he let her know there's a bar full of witnesses. Well, she know how they weren't paying it. She doesn't think things through. So he talks her out of that. And he finds out his fate, you know, with Jordan. Goodness gracious. And then we're going to, of course, have the sleazeball manager hang around Port Charles for a long, long time now. I'm not really looking forward to that at all. But then let's get to the vote. And this is, oh, no. Before the vote, Willow, who now is noticing that they're showing Willow get more faint, more weak, lightheaded, looking pale. Everybody said, are you okay, Willow? Trial's been over, okay? First, it was the stress of the trial of custody for Wiley, you know, or visitation for Nina for Wiley. That's over, done with. And Michael still said, are you okay, Willow? And she's feeling like something is wrong. I mean, come on, she's going to nursing school. Some symptoms, she should say, wait a minute, let me check this out. But she says, let me go check on Wiley. She couldn't even make it up the stairs. Got lightheaded, had to sit down to try to collect herself. And Lucy Coe kind of noticed her getting up, and Willow's trying to walk up the stairs like nothing's wrong. Did you notice? I hope not. Please don't say anything because nothing happened here. So Willow, we've got something going on here with her. Either, my guess, and I want to know what's your guess in the comments. My guess, Willow's pregnant. Long overdue. Willow's pregnant. And or Willow's got some kind of life-threatening illness that everyone on any soap opera gets. At some point, everybody gets a life-threatening illness. And it's gonna only be her mother, Nina, that's going to be the donor that can save her with whatever's wrong with her. So, but we're starting to ramp into this, them showing Willow weak, having to sit down and things like that. So I would like to know, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions on what's happening with Willow? But now I'm going to close with the stockholder meeting. How many of you thought like I thought? I said this a week or so ago. Ned's going to do the wrong thing. Ned can't help but do the wrong thing. Ned Quartermaine is Ned Quartermaine. Okay. Now, Lucy made this comment to him before the meeting came to order that, if the ELQ got back into Quartermaine hands, there would be a bunch of infighting in the family, because that's how Edward Quartermaine pretty much designed it and raised them all to infight with each other. Ned was already going to go with Valentine, because Michael and Drew would not give him a CEO title. But what makes zero sense is Valentine told him up front, oh, no. CEO titles off the table for you. I'm going to be the CEO. You'll have another position. It was never defined. So what would make him go with Valentine, keep the company out of family hands with a undefined title, but yet he wouldn't go with Michael and Drew with a title they were saying, let's compromise. What do you want? Let's talk about it. I mean, this is just going to be another storyline of turmoil for the company. But truth be told, Valentine has been the best CEO of ELQ. He truly has. The company has done its best in his hands. We actually need to find out that Valentine is not Victor's son, and somehow Valentine Cassadine is Edward Quartermaine's son. He needs to be a long lost Quartermaine, because he's actually doing the absolute best for the family. So what I want to say is, Ned, we knew you were going to go this way. We knew you were going to go against the grain, because now what's going to happen with this is Aurora's stock is going to go down, down, downhill without this merger. Carli is not going to have the money to buy her half of the hotel back. That's going to put stress on Olivia. Olivia's going to say, wait, you did what? I mean, this is going to now just be a ton of turmoil. And Ned did it all on himself. He can't say blame Brooklyn. For once, no one can blame Brooklyn for this. We can only blame Ned Quartermaine. So that's my recap for Friday, June the 24th. I do want to go to some comments. I got some comments of previous episodes, especially Wednesday's episode, because we know General Hospital did not air on Thursday. So I have a wonderful history comments from This Chemo Beauty. Remember I said this seemed like a filler thing, like there was some kind of special thing going on. Well, it was General Hospital's 15,000th episode. Thank you so much, This Chemo Beauty, for that. 15,000 episodes, no wonder. And they chose to highlight Laura because she's the second longest cast member on General Hospital. She is right there behind, she's behind Monica. Laura is right there behind Monica, who is the longest right now. And then we have Scott, he is third longest on the show, and Bobby is the fourth. So it's interesting, and I hope the actress who plays Monica is doing well, but it's interesting they didn't have her as a cameo on that particular episode. So thank you for that history lesson. Now I know why. I had some great comments from Sandy, and she was just saying she just found the channel, and she really, really likes the recaps and those flashbacks brought back some tears, kind of made little tears get in her eyes. She said, no, I know, trust me. I am not a big crier normally in life, but don't let a crisis happen on a soap opera. I am just broke down. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, can't have another baby. You know, they're just certain scenes, you know, they do some great story writing sometimes, and it will bring me to tears in a heartbeat. But soap operas are the only thing that does that to me. And then we have a wonderful comment from, I think it's Squawky Squeaker, and she talked about she's a longtime General Hospital, but sometimes she gets off again, on again, and she likes catching up. She likes my recaps to help her catch up. And she talked about some of her favorite couples with Dante and Lulu, Spinelli and Maxie. Man, Spinelli and Maxie never were a couple to me, but she likes Spinelli and Maxie, Jason and Sam, Sonny, Carli, Jax. Yeah, that was a triangle for a long time. Sonny, Carli, Jax. She likes Joss and Cam too. So thank you for your comments. I love comments again. And one thing that Sandy also said is, this is Jeannie Francis's 40th year on General Hospital. So please, everybody, please go ahead and, you know, give comments. I love comments. If you're new to this channel, check out some of the other videos for the week featured this week with General Hospital. And if you have friends, please refer this channel. Give me a like on the video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the alert bell so you can get alerts every time I do a recap. So everyone, have a phenomenal weekend, and I will be back on Monday if it airs. I'll be back on Monday with more recaps.